What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Tonight we are going to spray paint and clear with a 2K clear out of cans some work truck fenders and doors. Behind me I just did this one. This was a Duplicolor paint match can from O'Reilly's with a 2K clear. It's actually impressive the results you can get out of it. So I will actually show you guys step by step how I do this. Right here we got a driver's side door for Cat Eye Chevy 2500 HD. This is a junkyard door. There's a bunch of key scratches and stuff up here. Just sanded it, did some filler primer on it. But I'm going to basically just scuff this. It's got brush scratches in it. This belonged probably to a 16-year-old kid like I used to do and drive through brush and all kinds of dumb shit. But yeah, we'll just actually Scotch-Brite this, sand it down, maybe some the deep scratches, just fill them like I did with that spot filler primer. And then we'll spray this with spray paint and some 2K clear. We'll see how it goes. Now that I'm done wasting an entire roll of masking tape because I didn't realize I was masking paper, this thing's pretty taped up here. Those deep scratches, I put some filler primer in it and just scuffed it with 400. I'm going to use a Scotch-Brite, a red Scotch-Brite, and I'm going to scuff the whole door up. Just give it something to stick to, and I'll let it go from there. You can see all the fine brush scratches in it now. Like, it definitely needs scuffed up pretty good, but I should probably prime the whole door, but it's a work truck. I mean, I'm spray painting it. If I was that worried about it, I'd probably just shoot it with base clear, but yeah, I'll get at this and I'll get it on the stand. I know it might be kind of looking weird how low this door is to the ground, but with aerosol cans, you don't have a lot of volume or pressure. So everybody's had a spray paint can they put on their side and they just start spitting and shit like that. So to eliminate as much of that possible to keep the door upright or whatever you're painting upright helps a bunch. What we're gonna be using today, just the regular Duplicolor color match. Your VIN's got the code on it inside your door. Get your paint code, base coat or clear coat, but we're gonna do this as a base and then a 2K clear. I have 2 partial cans and 2 full cans. I'm hoping that's enough to get this door done. I did paint this fender this morning and came out pretty good. So this is 2 coats of base, 2 coats of clear. So we will end up seeing what this one looks like when it's done, and we'll go from there. This is 1 coat of base. Don't get scared when you're like, this is gonna look like crap or it's spotty or splotchy. You can't get carried away with spray paint. So let it do its thing, do a tack coat on it. You can see where I primed the center of that. I'll stack that up with a couple more coats before I put on the actual second coat. The second coat, make it wet and heavy as you can. It'll tack up and it'll stick to this. So we'll see where it comes out. So this is, I wetted that door in right there where that primer was bleeding through. I did kind of mist a little bit of paint on here. This next one, I won't do in time lapse. It's a painfully slow process with a little can, but this last coat I'll put on and you guys see how it goes. But after that, we'll put clear on it. If you get overwhelmed by the imperfections in this, and like you can see some, you know, heavy spots, light spots, once it flashes out, it's pretty flat. And if you use a really good 2K clear in the can, it just kind of melts it all together. But you guys will see that in a second. So these cans do start to clog up stuff. It's wasting paint a little bit, but if you go past the panel on both sides and don't on off with your finger a bunch, it'll cut down on some of the speckles that these things lay out, like the droplets. But these cans are actually pretty crappy. Sometimes they're really, really good, and this is not one of those times. So this coat will be pretty wet, so see how it goes. Like I said, it's not a very fast process. Your fan's only 1.5 inches, 2 inches. So for what it's worth, the overlap 50%, just like your paint with a paint gun. Try to keep even from the panel. And like, don't think it too much about it. If it's like this isn't gonna look right at all. The clear coat will make a huge difference. So just be patient with it, put some paint on it. Not to mention, I mean, we're spray painting a door. Like this isn't a show quality fix. This is just, if you got an old work truck and you need to paint a panel, or in all honesty, you just need to do a body repair or put a bumper on your car or whatever. This works fine. And in all honesty, if you put enough clear coat on it, it's body shop manufactured clear. I mean, it's good stuff, even though it's in a can. Keep wiping this tip off too. But you can wet sand and buff it and get amazing results. So I'm just, with what minimal light I have, keeping a 50% overlap here. And just kind of taking my time, and we'll see what the end product looks like. This can's starting to sputter a little bit, and you'll see it in the paint. You will, but trying to run out of aerosol before paint on this one. Okay, I got a tidbit left in another can, and just gonna let this thing, because that's what it is. That's it. So we'll let this flash off, see what it looks like, and then we'll throw some clear on it. So we're using the Spray Max. It's 2K clear, it means it's 2 parts. So there's an activator hardener in it. So you just take this dude out of the top, out of the lid, and you cram this dude on the bottom, and then you hope that just released it. Well, this wasn't really positive feeling, but press this in, and then mix hence the 2K. It's two parts. So, and then yeah, I can feel it getting cold. Try to make sure it stays down. So, and then shake these 2 parts together. And there is such little paint on this door, it dried immediately. So that's the flash off right there. Pretty crappy looking, pretty hazy, pretty spotty, but it's on there. It's just, you can't get enough volume out of the can to make it wet. The biggest problem with the spray paint, but that's where the clear coat comes in, and it will make a huge difference. So I'm gonna adjust you guys here so you guys can see a little better. We'll try that there. And this stuff is potent for sure. Make sure you have the door open. First coat, do a tack coat. I mean, make sure you get some clear on it, but go ahead and nice even. Just give it a tack coat, something to stick to. You can go heavier after that for sure. Your second coat is where you'll actually start to see it kind of melt in the paint together. It just makes a huge difference. Nice even tack coat, give it something to stick to. This is why that weird angle of the door right now, it's so low to the ground. All that happy stuff is just primarily that you just only have so much aerosol in these cans. And it's honestly getting windy too, so it's not helping anything. There it is. One tack coat of clear. Literally, you can give it like 5 minutes and just go ahead. Your next coat, don't be scared to put paint on it or clear on it. So the next one you can slow way down. See the orange peel? It'll take 90% of that out, just getting it wetter. This is still a spray paint job, don't get me wrong. So something you can do at home. So I know I go pretty heavy here on purpose. Once it tacks up, it's almost there already. But we'll do wet to wet. These cans, you can go wet, what it means, wet to wet. Wet coat to wet coat. My second coat, I like to go from the top down. It just kind of, the overspray falls down. So we'll start up here and go from there. Like I was talking about, don't be scared to get close on it. Put some clear coat on this thing. It's amazing the difference already. I don't know if you can see the difference right here, but there we go. Worst case scenario, you got a run in this, or you sag a curtain in it, just clear coat. You can sand it out. If you stay out of the base, just respray it. Don't be scared to go slow. Just do your thing. I'm overlapping 50%, taking my time. I can watch it kind of fade into the next coat, the last coat. If I have one other can, we'll put 3 coats on this and let it really do its thing. Switch to another can. I don't know if you guys can see the difference in that, but wait for that mist to kind of clear out. It's just the overspray, but there's some trash in it. But man, look at the difference. It's amazing. Let me switch cans here. I'm gonna finish this door out and then we'll talk about it. So we got 2.5 coats of clear on here. It is, it's got dirt in it. I mean, we're in a barn, but I mean, just showing what you guys can do with some spray paint, some 2K clear. So this truck, door, the reason why this got painted in the first place, for one, it's going on a landscaping truck. 2, it was indigo blue and it's going on an 06 and they're dark Ming blue, this one. So I'll wait for this to dry. There's a run a little bit and some clear coat by the door handle. I might have to sand that out. We'll see what it looks like when it dries, but here is that fender from earlier. You can even see the metallic in it. I mean, it's got dry dirt on it now. That's just something sitting on it, but you can see the metallic in the paint. But for some stuff you can do in your garage and no ventilation, nothing real crazy. I mean, it's just simple. But I'll leave a link below the stuff that I use. But here you go, guys. It's the results you can get. I mean, you can see me and the reflection right there. So we'll see how that goes. Appreciate you guys watching. Just trying to put out a video when I can. This is the small kind of stuff that I do. I mean, I don't do this for a living, obviously. I wouldn't pay anybody or take anybody's money for doing something like this, but just do what I can when I can do it. So if you guys like the content, please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.